One's from the sporting news. Every team's best offseason move for the Browns, they say signing linebacker Jordan Hicks. Hicks coming off a fine season with the Vikings with his rangy playmaking, both in racking up tackles against the run and staying active in coverage, was a sneaky good tweak to a stout defensive front seven. It's a guy that's had 5 years straight of 100 tackles or more, so I don't know how sneaky that is, but I loved the signing when they made it.
Yeah, that's another player that doesn't get enough kind of talk. I know it's not super sneaky, like you said, your five straight 100 tackle seasons, but it's just, it kind of gets lost up it because you talk about Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah especially, but like, I think he's an upgrade over Anthony Walker and Sione Takitaki. Not that neither one of those players are bad players, because I don't think so, but like, you've got a player that is a little bit better of an athlete than Walker, and not quite the injury history. And when you talk about him playing with JOK, that's really, I've said this on our show before, that the other linebackers around him are almost on cleanup duty because he's such a freak athlete, and the way he gets into the backfield and blows things up. Sometimes the play that JOK makes is forcing a running back to hesitate and somebody else tackles him. And I think Jordan Hicks is going to be perfect for that role. I mean, he has been around plenty of production, plenty of systems, got, coming from Minnesota. I think that's a really good pick for kind of a sneaky off-season move, because it just gets lost in all the other more sexy, flashy things they've done this off-season. And when you can get a tackling machine to go with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, that's a heck of a move.
Yeah, the other thing is it's a guy that Jim Schwartz has coached. And I say that
Mm-hmm.
more, he understands his skill set already at a pretty high level. And I'm not even getting into, well, he understands Jim Schwartz's system. Jim Schwartz understands how to use him and what he does really well.
Yeah, and that's what matters with a lot of these players. I mean, that's what we talked about when Schwartz first came over. We talked about him playing to his players' strengths and not the other way around, which is kind of what it felt like Joe Woods was doing, was kind of, forcing his players into the system. And I think Jim Schwartz has kind of molded some of his system around the personnel that he's got in front of him. And he did that with the front seven last year. He did that with the man covered corners last year. And now he's getting a piece that he doesn't, like you said, he doesn't need to learn his skill set. He knows exactly what role he's going to have for Jordan Hicks, and that's going to help him hit the ground running.